Welcome to CSU News. Tonight we have a special story. Cheik, why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
Today we're covering the killing of Trayvon Martin on the night of February 26, 2012 in Sanford, Florida, United States.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you believe that a policeman should be exempt from prosecution?
No.
No.
You want to elaborate?
I feel as though even though policemen are the people that, enforce justice and laws, they can also be very corrupt with this example. So I feel like for them to have the power to prosecute people and also murder them unlawfully and get away with it, I feel like that's something that that's too much power to give to one person.
Exactly. That's the same thing I was saying. I don't think a policeman should be above the law, basically. Like, just because they have the right to arrest people and serve justice, all that, they shouldn't get special treatment if they decide to do something against the law as well. Okay, so next we have a question from our viewers. Why do we believe this? What is the origin on our stance?
Well, I believe the origin from my stance on this stems from me growing up as a person of color and witnessing police brutality a lot, especially like in my younger years. So I feel that mixed with the knowledge I have today makes me more like against like police brutality.
Mm-hmm. You have an opinion?
Yeah, because like recently, this had just happened a couple years ago when George Floyd lost his life with all the police officers on his neck. And he steady telling him like he can't breathe, but they never listened. And it was over. Basically, the clerk said that they thought he paid with a counterfeit $20 bill. All that over put it on.
Yep, that's true. For me, I feel like, yes, it has to do with my race and all that, but regardless, I felt like even from the beginning, I just don't believe, that a cop should be able to kill innocent people and just get away with it, regardless of who it is. And I don't think a police should be allowed to be corrupt just because, they work for the police. And I believe that for, as long as I can remember. Next question is, what are our reasons for this stance?
Well, my reasons are similar to the way I originated this stance, but I feel like my reasons also stem in desensitization, and people can kind of get used to brutality like this and not feel the need to stand up for it, which I feel is especially important in a community where we want to rise up against people who are trying to impress you.
My reasons is I've seen a lot of my peers be negatively affected by this, especially like my brother because he's a black man. But I don't feel like they should be above anything. Like if they break the law, they should be held accountable just like everyone else.
Also, I relate that I have had people close to me, be through this situation, and I don't like seeing, the cops get away with it because we see it all the time on the news and stuff. We see it here. They always get away with it. Not always, but they get away with it a lot of times when they shouldn't. And it's claimed as defense and whatnot, but in reality, it's not. And our last question is, do we agree with the opposing side?
I personally don't agree with the opposing side. I don't really feel there's any type of defense you can offer to kind of excuse people killing others. Just and by showering it because it's the law, and it's really not. So I don't think there's any really point on you putting a I could agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree either. It's like I know all policemen are like not the same, but most of them are. And like now it's like black people are scared to even do anything wrong because they feel like, oh, I'm gonna get shot or this or that.
Yeah, I cannot agree with anybody on the opposing side. Like, sometimes they are just fought with defense, but they use that, excuse a lot to get away with stuff they shouldn't be able to get away with. And some people don't see that. They don't want to believe that these cops are corrupt. So I can't agree. Okay, so that's all the questions we have for tonight. Thanks for watching CSU News, and we'll catch you later.